guys, how are y'all doing? So first I'm going to use the e.l.f. base. This is one of their color correcting base and I got the pink color. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. This is a very nice base because it does help your makeup to last pretty much all day. So I'm just going to apply it all over. I don't like the scent of this because it has a kind of like medicine scent to it.
It smells like medicine. So it's not my favorite of base. I like the old one, which doesn't have a scent to it, but this one definitely has a scent to it, which is medicine. Anyway, I don't have a concealer from e.l.f., so I'm just going to use the concealer from this is a corrector from Physicians Formula, and I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Concealer with it. I have a concealer from e.l.f., but I put it on my other makeup kit, so I don't have it right now, so forgive me for that. But anyway, let's go ahead to the foundation portion, and the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the foundation palette, which is this side right here. This is gonna be the shade that I'm gonna be using right there on the bottom. If you flip them like that, then it's gonna be on the bottom, but this is the top and this is the bottom, so and whatnot. So this is kind of like dry now because I haven't used this for a while, so I'm just gonna drop a little bit oil in it, which is my sample of Bobbi Brown face oil that looks like this. It's a tiny thing, so I'm just gonna drop one. Okay, I choose this foundation because this actually has a good coverage in it, so a lot better than the other e.l.f.'s foundation, and I'm actually very impressed with it because it has different stuff in it that's supposed to be good for your skin. As you can tell, I have breakouts because it's that time of the month that everybody gets their breakouts, I guess. Coverage is kind of like, it reminds me of a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, and that was just only one application. And if you want to see my review on this, I will link that down below. I did a review on this, a first impression, and yeah, excuse me. So I'm just going to apply my Physicians Formula Conceal like this, and this is one of those kind of like a corrector because they have two colors, which is green and this one, and I picked that one up because I don't like the green, so that's that lot. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my Maybelline now. This is not my favorite concealer from Maybelline. I like the old one better, but it's in front of me, so I have to use it. So I'm just putting it in the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna apply them like regular on top of the Physicians Formula. So I'm just gonna dot a little bit, and then also down here. People are crazy when it comes to color correcting these days. It's like everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to add my concealer now and mix that up. Is one of my favorite product from e.l.f., and I have been using this for like forever, and it lasts for so long. And this is just the color of it. It's got like a pinkish color, so I'm just gonna use it to set my under eyes first. I don't have a powder from e.l.f. For some reason I didn't buy one, or did I? I just didn't. This one has a really powerful setting way because it could totally set your foundation really good. And sometimes you gotta be careful with it because if you put it in a wrong place, it could settle in your fine lines and you might see some of your lines. So you gotta be careful where you put it. So I'm just going to use it down here so that we can. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is to do my eyebrows, which I'm gonna be using this right here, and this is the last year eyebrow product that they release, and I believe they have a new thing now. And I am really intrigued to use that because it looks like a really good one. And this one is one of those, you know, it has like the applicator on the other side and then the tool. So this is a the darkest portion that they have, and I believe they have like, I think 4 shades if I'm not wrong, but I have 2 of them, and then the other 2 are kind of light, so I'm just gonna use it like this. This might be a little bit dark on me. I like to use both of the shades that I got, but then the other shade I have on my other makeup kit. So this is kind of like almost black, so you guys can see. Okay, this is definitely kind of like black. So this kind of brow thing doesn't really last like a long time. It does last for a few hours, but then it kind of disappear slowly throughout the day, so you're gonna have to reapply them if you want. So it's really a bummer because if you're oily, it tends to just, you know, fade out. Sometimes what I do is if I can't work it from this, I mean the whole thing, I use my applicator, which is a lot better sometimes because I am used to, you know, like using this kind of tool. So this is from the Tarte tool, so I'm just going to just, you know, use this to apply the rest of my eyebrows so that it will be in a really good shape. And this is a really good tool. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean that with a little bit concealer. So I'm just going to use my Ben Nye, and I'm going to use one of my tool. So it's on the top. Okay, so the next portion would be to apply our shadows. So I have this 2 palettes right here, which is the Prism and Mad for Matte. So it looks like this. I'm going to apply the matte first, and then I'm going to apply the other palette. So these are really pretty, so I'm gonna just head on towards on this portion right here because this one is more of like a night portion. So I'm gonna head on this one because it's daytime. So I'm going to apply the this one right here, the one further to the left, which is kind of like a skin color. So I'm just gonna use that as a base. Just gonna apply them like this. Okay, so the next color I'm going to apply is this one right here, right there. Just applying it on the other outer V. and then dragging it slowly inside. To apply this one right here, which is next to it, which is that one, which is a pretty espresso color. I'm gonna apply it outer. Just gonna create a little bit natural smoky. And pretty. Let's just go ahead and blend it a little bit. So I'm just going to clean the outer edge so that it looks softer. And now I'm going to apply this portion, which is this color, which is that one. And then I'm just gonna apply them to the right there to this side. I think I got too much. Just to give it a little bit dimension. Then drag it a little bit inside. Okay, and apply the bottom lash line, which is, I'm gonna apply the same color that I applied on the last one, which is this one. So I'm just going to apply this down here. Just follow your lower lash line. And now I'm going to apply the reddish portion right here, which is kind of like an espresso, but has a red tone to it. So I'm just gonna apply them down here to mix that color, so that they all blend from the top to the lower lash line. That pretty color. Okay, now let's go move forward with the other palettes, which is the Prism that looks like this. And I am going to use the color, this color right there, which is that one on the inner lid. And I don't like their applicator, so I don't have an applicator for this that I like, so I'm just gonna use my finger, a clean finger, so must be a lot better. So I'm just gonna apply it in the inside so you guys can see, and then take it all the way to the corner of your eyes. And it's so pretty. I use this white right here to apply on my inner corners. So now I'm gonna use the applicator that come with it. So I'm just gonna apply it to the V portion of the applicator, and then I'm gonna apply them down there, my V portion of my inner corners, just to give it a wide awake look. Okay, and that would be it for the shadow portion. Now I'm going to move forward now to eyeliner. I'm gonna be using the eyeliner portion that is like this, and this is in the shade Espresso, I think. No, Coffee. It's because I don't have a tool from e.l.f. So I'm lacking a lot of things from e.l.f. aren't I? Don't worry, I'll catch up. I'll catch up. So anyway, I'm just gonna be using this one right here. So this is what it looks like. It looks like that. So I'm just gonna, it's very, very creamy. So Just gonna use it like this. Sometimes I like to use the brown color when it comes to lining your lid because, I don't know, it just creates like a natural look. That's finished pretty much. And now let's go ahead to the... Oh my gosh, I don't have a mascara from e.l.f. because I didn't buy one. Oh no, so there's two things that's missing, which is concealer and the mascara. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe not wear one for once. Anyway, so let's go ahead with the contour. So let's go ahead and contour with this, which is a palette that they released last year, and I have been using it here and there, so it looks like this. So I'm going to apply the darkest portion first, which is this one right here, which is so I'm just gonna apply them right there. It's really pigmented though, as you can tell. It's pigmented as heck. Just going to do the same on my nose. Okay, I normally like to use a smaller brush when it comes to contouring my nose because we have to do that. You guys see it? And now I'm going to apply the second one, which is this one. And don't worry, I'm gonna blend them all later. Okay, looks like that. I'm just adding them so that I can blend them together. This basically acts like a bronzer. So I'm gonna apply them right here. The other color is more of like for contour. And then the second color is more of like for bronzing way. So I'm gonna use the darkest shade to contour my what do you call this, like you have a comment below, what do you call this, like gosh, I know what the name of it is, just that I can't say it right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, I just can't say it right now, but anyway, you know what I mean, so that it looks slimmer, so you guys can see. Yeah, and now I'm just going to blend it. Like, this is too much makeup during the daytime, but you can never have too much makeup, girl. It's just the way how you, you know, apply it. It's either noticeable or not noticeable, but you do have a makeup on. Wow. I love this contour palette. Highly recommend this, guys. I could totally buy it over and over because it really is good for your skin, and it kind of like actually I like this better than my Anastasia one or my NYX one. It's so much cheaper. Okay, I'm just gonna blend my nose. And now I'm just going to apply the powder portion, which is this one right here, if you guys can see. See? Right there. Gosh, this is so powdery. Be careful because this is like really strong. I hate products that's so powdery, but what can you do, you know? This is supposed to be powdery. Alright, so I'm just gonna apply them right here. And also right here. On the edge of my nose, just to even contour your cheekbone and your nose. And also on the bridge of your nose. Now it's matte. And just blend it like no one's business. Most of the time when I apply powder, I make sure that it doesn't look like cakey or It doesn't settle in my fine lines, and this one does not, so it's really nice. Alright, so that looks really good. Now we're all contoured. We are going to apply the little bit of the highlight portion right here, which is that. So I'm just going to use that a little bit. Works really nice. This is not a strong highlight. It's kind of like a you know, just a little bit sheen highlight. And that's that. And now we're gonna do the blush portion, which is one of my favorite palette from them. It's in the same collection, as you can tell, and this is in the shade Light. So I'm just gonna be using the color. What color do you want? Pick one. I don't care. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one right here, which is kind of like a peachy color. So I'm going to use one of my blush brush. This is a pretty color, and like I said, it's also powdery. Just gonna apply them right here, basically on the top of the contoured chiseled cheeks. Gonna apply them like that, not too much because this is a really strong color. It may look like innocent, but when you apply them, it's really pigmented. And I'm just blending it together with the contoured portion so that it looks like it's together, and taking it to the inside of my cheeks, but not too much because we don't want to look like a clown. Okay, take it to the other side and doing the same motion, brushing it first on the outer portion first. I mean, I said that already. Okay, the way you apply them, the way I apply them is I take it and blend it with the contour first, and then what's left is I take it on the inside so that it doesn't look so much blushy on the inner portion of your apples of your cheeks, and it looks just like blushing. And the most blush part that I blend is right here, so that wherever you go, it's contoured and it's blushing, and it also looks like a normal contoured cheeks because you have blended all together. Not pretty? Yes, it is. And don't fuss. It looks pretty. I'm not done yet. I am almost done. And now we're going to do the highlight portion, which is the Baked Blush, and this is in the shade Pinktastic, and they have this forever, and so I'm going to use it this time. I would not say that this is my favorite highlight from e.l.f. so far. I haven't really tried any highlight from e.l.f. that I really like. This is okay, but doesn't really last all day. But definitely comparable to the other brands these days. You know that this could, you could totally use it. So I'm applying it on the V portion where the light is going to reflect, just like so. Applying it on my what do you call this? My brow portion a little bit, and then do it on the other side. It's really pretty though. You guys can see, and then taking a little bit on my cheekbones, but not that much, not inner, because if you have a pore problem, don't take it on the inner because it could literally show up your pores. Okay, so I'm gonna take it a little bit on the bridge of my nose, but not too much because too much of everything is just weird. Okay, and then on my cupid's bow, my lips. Oh my gosh, I could apply this all day, every day. Okay, so the next portion would be the lipstick, which is, okay, we're just gonna try and use this lipstick, which is the oldest one that they have, which is the e.l.f. moisturizing lipstick. It feels like they've had this forever, but I think last year they did rename it or something like that, but it feels like it's the same thing, you know. So this is in the shade Ravishing Rose, which is one of my favorite because it looks like a muted mauve color, which is workable for during the daytime. I'm just gonna clean my lips with my clean finger. Okay, apply it like that. I'm gonna use my napkin and bite with it. And then reapply it again. That's how a lipstick will last pretty much all day. Not all day, but if you eat a lot, then it'll last there. Okay. And then bite again for the last portion. See how nice it is? It is matte, so for the last portion, apply it. There you go. And I used to have a spray from e.l.f., but that totally ran out. So this is the final look of this. This is totally a daytime look, so, and it's also usable for nighttime. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks. Bye!